All big problems this time once again for the former actress known as Meghan Markle and sometimes known as Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. But what are they? Hi, good morning, Neil Shawnee here in the very heart of the rainy and wet London. I've just stepped out. It started coming down again. Must be me. Bit of a bad omen. Or perhaps it's about who I'm talking about. Now, on a more serious note, this story is truly gaining momentum. This is all about, in case you haven't seen it so far, the fact that Meghan Markle's half-sister, Samantha Markle, has been successful in her first steps of litigation against her sister, half-sister, Meghan Markle. This is all really stems from that now infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey. Now, let me explain the true background to this, because a lot of the mainstream media have skipped over this, but it is really vital, because what Samantha's actually getting rather upset about, and this is her prerogative, is all about the way that she was portrayed, not just on screen, but more importantly in the book, Finding Freedom. And this could be very, damaging for the authors indeed, because of course you're taking someone's story and they could be forced to reveal exactly who gave that version of events to them. Now, let me explain how this gets even more tricky, because if you recall back, when Meghan and Harry first clapped eyes on that book, they both, through their people, vehemently denied that they had anything to do with the book at all. Subsequently then, it turned out that Meghan had forgotten she'd assisted with some notes. That was, of course, to the High Court here in England. Not a great place to forget that you helped with a book, nonetheless. So consequently, this thing could really upturn absolutely everything, the whole narrative of this story. Now, for her part, as ever, we have to say, allegedly, Meghan completely denies any of these sort of allegations from her half-sister. In fact, through her lawyers, they've claimed that it's simply absurd. But on a more serious note, you have to remember there are two versions of this life. And it centres upon, really for Samantha, her trying to defend a rather ill father, Thomas Markle. He, according to folklore, did so much to help and privately educate Meghan. And this is what's really upset Samantha and Thomas, because she's claimed, of course, allegedly, on screen, in print, and of course in conversation, how she struggled to gain those sort of qualifications that gave her the up in life that she apparently needed. But there's a bigger picture also, and this is where it gets even more embarrassing, because a very good source close to the Harpo Productions company is now furious, and you can imagine who that person is, because this interview, which was deemed as the very best of their career, and we're talking Oprah Winfrey, of course, now seemingly is coming back time and time again for all the wrong reasons. And let's not forget, Oprah Winfrey herself has interviewed some mega names, including the late and wonderful Michael Jackson. And even his interview, with all that controversy, didn't create so much negative PR worldwide. Now, the case is set to go to trial. Now, the only other way around this, of course, is for it to be thrown out or indeed paid off. But more importantly for Meghan and Harry, and of course, let me tell you, Samantha herself, this could come to court, and this will be one appearance, particularly in the United States, where the litigation has been filed in Florida, where she would possibly have to appear. So once again, this whole debacle of exactly the true narrative, the true background to the rise of Meghan Markle, seemingly could be played out finally in the court of a very big stage, alongside a one-time formerly loved family member, or so it seems. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.